Live School is going to do is we're going to help digitize your behavior system.
Mm-hmm.
So all staff members are on one account. Anybody can award points to any student.
Okay.
And those points go into their bank account, and then we're tracking all the data. So you can see how students are earning points and who from and all of that. So this demo is being recorded, so I can share the link with you in case you want to like send it to your principal or anybody else on the team. Cool, so let's start off in points mode. Now, Live School is available on any device, so teachers can download our app onto any smartphone or tablet, or you can just pull it up on a web browser like I have here in order to give out the points. Now, when we build a Live School site, what we do is we will upload students by grade levels, and then all staff members have access to all kids, whether they normally teach them or not.
Okay.
So my demo account here is for a middle school. I used to be an 8th grade teacher, but I had morning duty in the cafeteria. So, you know, let's say I saw a 6th grader who was helping a peer that like dropped their food. We can pull up the 6th grade roster, find their name there. Or we can always just go to the search button and then type in the student's name and give them some points that way.
Okay.
As a teacher, I have my own class rosters. So when I'm with a group of students, I'll just pull up the roster, and then I can either select the specific students that are going to get a point, or if it's the majority of the group, I can come down to select all and then deselect.
Okay.
Now, clicking continue, this takes you to the school-wide customizable behavior rubric. So anybody that has admin access in Live School can edit this, and you're typing in the categories that go along with the school's expectations. And then you're also deciding what specific behaviors you're wanting to reward and reinforce.
Okay.
When you're setting this up, you also decide how many points you want each thing to be worth. So some things can be worth more. Okay, let's give out a positive, let's say for following procedures. Starting off class with our bell ringer was always really important. So I'll give out 1 point for that. I'm gonna come down to add comment to provide feedback to the kids on what they did well. And this is a comment I use all the time. So I'm gonna click great job with the bell ringer.
And the teachers can add those particular work things, or the administrator only can? The teacher can add comment.
Yep, the teacher, this is a teacher-specific bank.
Okay.
Yep, so teachers are writing that in, and then they can save whatever comments they think they may need again in the future. Cool, so let's submit this button, or this point. And now it's gonna show up on the student buttons. And then it's deposited into their bank account.
Okay.
Now you may have noticed there were some red buttons in here. So negatives are another school-wide customizable feature. Most of our schools that are doing a PBIS model have it set up so that negatives are being tracked in the system, but it's not being taken away from a student's bank account. So
students know they received a negative.
Yep, exactly. So if this student wasn't using our technology appropriately, I can put that in, you know, provide feedback on what happened. That point has not been deducted from the bank account, but it's tracked in the system.
Okay.
So if Carla's having a rough day and she sees another teacher, you notice that she has a negative on her button, you can come down here to view and see specifically what happened with Carla earlier.
That's really good.
Perfect. So one of our really fun features is our house point system. Are you familiar with the Harry Potter houses?
No.
Okay, so basically it's team competition. So while students are earning points for their own bank account, you can also set it up so that they're earning points for their team. And what I love is, as a teacher, it's no additional work. I just award points like normal to my students, Let's give out 5 points each for characteristic of the month. And then it's going to go into their team total.
Okay.
So most of our schools have this dashboard displayed on a TV monitor in the hallway or in the cafeteria, so that students can see, which team is in the lead, who's earning points for their team. Some do grade level versus grade level competitions here. Others are, choosing a class from each grade level to work together. Whatever works best. But it can be a fun culture builder. Questions on that?
No.
Okay. Cool. Next thing I want to talk through is rewards. So I've been mentioning the bank accounts. If we switch over to rewards here, this is where you can run a store. So I'm now seeing my first period current bank accounts. Sydney down here has 153 points. If she's wanting to redeem a reward, we would click continue, and we're taken to the customizable school-wide rewards menu.
Oh, it's already built in. Okay.
So you guys can put in the different items that you want to offer to students. Decide how many points you want it to be worth. And then we're tracking it all. So whatever she doesn't have enough points for is grayed out, so you can't overcharge. Let's say she wants to do lunch with a teacher. We'll submit it. Automatically, it's going to be deducted from her bank account. And then we're tracking it. So if you need to know who has purchased what, you'll be able to see that.
Okay. Can you run a report with, because we're virtual, some of the things we'll have to have them pick up on Fridays. So can we run a report?
Yep.
Okay.
So this report can be filtered. So what most schools will do is they'll pull it for the week for just rewards. Okay. And then if I want to know even more specific, show me the kids that purchased a homework pass this week, I can filter for just that reward.
Okay.
So yeah, you could have a spreadsheet of all the rewards for the week or just specific ones.
Okay.
And then you can, I got rid of it. You can download it to a spreadsheet right here.
Okay.
Okay, let's talk through what the students and parents can see. So students and parents have access to their live school account. Every student gets 1 access code and 2 parent access codes. And when they log in, they're seeing what is on the left here. So Carla's current bank account. If we click on timeline, we'll be able to see everything she's received up until now today with those comments. And then for students and parents, this timeline goes back 3 weeks. So if they're just scrolling down, they'll be able to see how things have been going for them. The other thing they can see is the store menu. So most of our schools have their store open at certain days and times. So they'll encourage students to log into their account and see what's available so that when they go to the store, it's just a much faster process. They already kind of know what they want. Questions on that?
No.
Okay. Pretty straightforward. Our last thing that we're going to talk through is our data reporting. So when I switch over to Insights, this is where I can see all the data. I'm going to go into dashboards first. So dashboards are a report where we drill down on any level. So if you want to see data for every student, class, grade, teacher, as well as school-wide, you can pull it up here. I like to start with the school-wide dashboard because it's a great way to see just overall how things have been going. I'm going to put in the dates for last year so that we have some more data in here. Okay, so my school did pretty well last year. going across the top, we can see total positive points, total negatives, and then we're calculating your praise to correction ratio. If we scroll down under the graph, you'll be able to start with who's earning the most positives and negatives. One thing that a lot of our schools actually do is they'll pull this report for the week during the Friday afternoon announcements and then do shout outs of their top 5 earners. Just an easy way of focusing on the positives. Next up are the behaviors. So this is going to be based on your rubric. You can check in and see what's going really well and we can celebrate, and then what we're needing to focus on. Under that, next up is the teacher usage. So this is actually only to the dashboard. You can also drill down by student. So, let's say we're having a parent conference with Carla's parents. If we click on her name, we'll pull up her individual dashboard. Looks like she was doing pretty well last year. There were some moments in which, around Halloween got a little tough.
Like, does it record what time of day the incident happened when the teacher put it in? Okay.
Correct. Yeah, let me show you. So the most negative she's received is for being on time. When you click on the number, you pull up the timeline, and that will give you day, time, and teacher.
Okay.
So yeah, being able to view this data pretty quickly can be helpful and identify trends. Okay, the one other report I want to showcase is our student scoreboard. So schools will use this report for running like incentive systems or consequence ladders.
Mm-hmm.
So let's say, last year my school for a month, let's say in April, we did an incentive, and any student that earned 50 points could get, a popsicle. We'll go to merits, scroll down to add logic, and say, show me the students that earn more than 49. By clicking save, we've pulled the list of everyone in our school that would get to partake in that.
Okay.
So that's school-wide. As a teacher, you can always drill down even more. So if you need to see it just for your class, or if you're meeting as a grade level, you can pull just those students and get the information. So yeah, a few different ways to see the data. Hopefully it's pretty easy to find it. That's our goal. That's mainly the overview that I wanted to chat through.